Hi everyone, today is Monday, April 25th, so this will be posted tomorrow, April 26th. Today's class is going to be all about addressing the rhomboid area, which is like the back between your shoulder blades or between the scapula area, those muscles there. And those muscles tend to become limited in their mobility, they tend to become weak, and they and they're doing that because we're always at a desk like this or looking at a phone. We're chronically hunched over, so it's making those muscles weak, less mobile, they're losing their strength. So today's class is going to be all about helping to try and fix that. So the goal will be to eliminate pain that you have there, because you can end up getting pain from sitting like this, make that area stronger, and increase the mobility there. What you're going to need is you're going to need a mat and possibly blocks to raise the floor up to you. We're doing one balancing pose, so you may need a chair or a wall for that, but other than that, let's get going. So let's start off on our backs. Start off laying down. Let your body sink into the earth. And bring your awareness onto yourself and onto your breathing. And my quote today is, we tend to forget that baby steps still move us forward. We tend to forget that baby steps still move us forward. So sometimes we're hoping that we see like this tremendous progress, or we take this huge giant step. That's not always going to be the case. But even baby steps, even little minor movements forward, making progress, that still counts, because you're still moving forward, you're still moving in the right direction. And all those little baby steps, they all add up to be a huge step. So just keep that in mind when you're doubting yourself, or you're feeling like, oh, you're not seeing enough progress take place, that as long as you're still making some progress, you're still moving in the right direction. Take a couple more breaths right where you're at. Go ahead and just take your arms out to cactus arms. So the arms are going to go out to a T, then bend at the elbow so that the backs of the hands are facing flat on the earth. So you're opening up the front of the chest. So just lay here in your cactus arms. Again, addressing the rhomboids. And then bend your knees up. You'll drop both knees off to the left and try and keep that right shoulder, that right arm, the right forearm down in this cactus arm. Then next inhale, come back to center. Drop both knees off to the right. And again, try to keep that left arm pinned down in its cactus arm. Inhale, come back to center. We're going to twist one more time each side. So drop both knees off to the left. Keep that right arm pinned down. Try to keep it in the cactus shape. Try not to lift that shoulder blade up. And then next inhale, back to center. Exhale, both knees off to the right. And then inhale, come back to center. Plant those feet down. Have your arms down by your side, palms are facing down. We're going to take a few bridge poses now. So when you're ready, press the feet down, lift those hips up, 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 up. Squeeze the tush, pull the belly to the spine. You can keep your arms down by your sides, or if you'd like to, you can shimmy the arms underneath and clasp the hands. Next, exhale, release it on down. Rock those knees side to side. And then come back. We're going to do one more bridge pose. So when you're ready, plant the hands, press the feet down, lift the hips up. Take a couple breaths here. Belly to spine, squeezing tush, engaging the legs. And then next, exhale, lower on down. Rock those knees side to side. And then you can roll up to your right side and then come up to seat, or you can rock and roll forward and back, and then come up to a seated position. I'm just gonna sit on my knees, but you can sit in a comfortable seat. Either way, just reach those arms out and up. Exhale your hands to your heart center. And again, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale to your heart center. One more time, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale to your heart center. Close your eyes, set your intention for today's practice. And then blink your eyes open and come into your tabletop position. Okay? So just in your tabletop position, shake the hips out a little bit. And then on an exhale, you're gonna round your spine, bring your chin to your chest. Try and puff those back into the shoulders, up and out. And then inhale, drop the belly low, lift the chin up. Again, one more time. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, puff those shoulders out. Really press those hands into the earth. And then inhale, belly low, chin up. Come back to a neutral spine. You're going to keep your knees right where they're at. You're going to take your hands a giant step forward. And then you're just going to come on down. So this is puppy dog pose. Don't push back. Keep your hips and knees all aligned, straight up. And come into puppy pose. Inhale, walk the hands back into your tabletop position. Shake it on out. And then tuck those toes under, lift the hips and knees up and back. Come into downward facing dog. Walk your dog out a little bit. And then we're going to do that thing we've done it a couple times now where we rock forward to plank and then back in a down dog. So you're in your down dog. You're going to rock forward to plank. When you're in your plank, really press down so you're puffing out the backs of those shoulders so the scapula are kind of rising up. And then exhale back to down dog. Inhale forward to plank. Puff those shoulders out. Externally rotate those arms. Keep breathing. And then next exhale back to down dog. One more time. Inhale forward to the top of a push-up. Press down. And then next exhale back to your downward dog. Bend your knees one at a time. Walk your dog out a little bit. And then when you're ready, step your feet forward, coming into a forward fold position. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale again, flat back. Go ahead and bow. Inhale one more time, flat back. Go ahead and goal post those arms again. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then exhale, release and fold. Inhale here. Exhale, rise back up, reach those arms out and up. Exhale to mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Go ahead and grab a block, put it underneath you. You can put it on whatever side you want, but I want you to be able to have your hands or fingertips be able to press into the earth. So if you need it on the high setting, fine. Medium, low, or if you can reach the floor, fine. But what I want you to do is I want you to press with your hands down, engage those shoulders, kind of take the back into a cat pose. So you're rounding the spine, bring your chin to your chest, and push those hands down. And then exhale, release and fold. Go ahead and step back to your downward facing dog. Walk your dog out a little bit just because it feels good. And then you're going to look for your hands. You're going to step your right foot forward between your hands. Drop that back foot down to warrior 2 foot. And you're going to cartwheel up into warrior 2. Hold it here in your warrior 2. You're going to straighten that right leg. Take the block to either the front or back of the foot. You're going to hinge at your hips. Reach the right hand for the block. Take that left arm up nice and high for triangle pose. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale, come back up. Rebend that front knee back into warrior two. Flip that front palm. Take that right hand high. Just reverse because it feels good. And then exhale, cartwheel all the way down. Step back in a downward facing dog. Walking on out. Then we're going to do it on the other side. So go ahead and step your left foot forward between your hands. I'm just going to turn the other way so you face the camera. Drop that back heel down to a warrior two foot. Cartwheel up to your warrior two. Reach long through those arms. Pause here. Then you're going to straighten that left leg and you're going to reach again. Whoopsies. For the block, either in front or in back of that foot. Hinge at the hips. Left hand goes down to that block. Right arm goes up high. Take a few breaths here. Press down with the feet, engage the legs, come back up. Rebend that left knee, back in warrior two. Flip that front palm, take that left hand high, reverse it. Then cartwheel on down. Step back into downward facing dog. Walk those knees out a little bit. And then you're gonna rock, come down forward onto your knees. I don't know why I always say facing this way, sorry guys. So you're down on your hands and you're in tabletop and you're gonna come down onto your forearms. You're gonna keep those forearms parallel to each other. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Now we're gonna take a forearm plank. And just like when we rock forward from down dog to plank, you wanna really press out with those forearms, rounding like a cat pose, broadening across the back. So forearms are down, elbows are underneath the shoulders, fingers are wide, tuck those toes under, walk it back to a forearm plank. And then again, try to hollow out, press the arms and forearms down and broaden across the back of the chest. Opening up those rhomboids, trying to create some space. And then exhale, drop those knees down. Push back to a closed-legged child's pose. Take those arms by your sides, give them a rest. And then we're gonna do that one more time. So come forward, come down onto your forearms, elbows underneath your shoulders, fingers are spread wide, forearms are parallel, tuck those toes, walk it back to your forearm plank, and then really broaden across the back. Squeeze the tummy, squeeze the tush, broaden across that back. So kind of like a cat back in your forearm plank. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. And then exhale, drop those knees, push it back to a close like a child's pose with the arms down by your sides. Come back up into your tabletop. We're gonna take a thread the needle now. So knees and feet are hips distance. You're in your tabletop. You're gonna keep the left hand planted. Twist and reach that right arm up high to the sky. Broad, broad, broad across the chest. Squeezing those scapula together. And then exhale, tuck that right arm underneath the left. Come down on your right shoulder, your right cheek. Keep that right arm active. Left arm reaches up to the sky, or it can tuck behind your back. If your left arm is tucked or lifted, bring it back around. Untuck that right arm, reach it back up high, and then exhale that right hand down, shake out your hips a little bit. And same thing, second side, so left arm reaches up while you twist, really broaden across that chest. And then next exhale, tuck the left arm underneath the right. Keep that arm active, the right arm can reach up, it can tuck behind your back. And take a couple breaths here. untuck that right arm, bring it back to the floor. Uncurl the left, take that left arm up high to the sky, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, drop that left hand down. Come on in to your tabletop. And when you're ready, go ahead and tuck those toes, lift the hips and knees up and back, come into your downward facing dog. Walk it out a little bit. Then even when you're a dog, try to broaden across your back. Try to open up those rhomboids, open up those scapula. And then when you're ready, you can step through, ending in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and grab that block again. Or we did that thing where we push down on our forward fold. Do that same thing again. Activate those arms. Press those arms down as you lift into your halfway lift. Press, 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 press. Belly to spine. Broadening across the back of the shoulders. And then exhale, release and fold. Inhale here. Exhale, rise up to a stand, reaching those arms out and up. Exhale to mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay, so we're going to do some balancing now. So if you need your chair or your wall, go ahead and grab it. We're going to come into eagle pose. So a couple options here. If it is hard for you to do the eagle leg wrap, we're going to start the left leg wrapping over the right. And then we're going to wrap the right arm on top of the left and bend here. Because the whole point of this is we're trying to engage the rhomboids. So if this is hard for you to do with the leg crossed, just go ahead and sit in a chair, bend both knees, cross the right arm on top, bend at the forearms, keep the forearms away from your face, and then raise those forearms up a little bit. So you can stay here like that. If you want to do full eagle, wrap that left knee over the right. Still keep the same arms. Broadening across the back of the shoulders. Keep breathing, keep breathing. If you wanted to use a chair, you could do the eagle legs with a chair. But the whole point of this was to engage the backs of the arms. Or the backs of the shoulders, rather. Slowly release the arms. Uncross the leg. Walk it out. Same thing, second side. So you can just bend your knees a little bit, sit in your chair, arms out to a T, cross the left arm on top, bend at the forearms. You could stay here or you could double wrap. Keep the forearms away from your face and then raise those elbows up. If you are wanting to do the full eagle, then you would have the right leg, the right leg wrapped over the left. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Release the arms, uncross the leg, stand up, just shake everything out. And let's just do a half sun salute just to release. Reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale here. Exhale to rise back up to a stand, reach those arms out and up. Exhale to mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Go ahead and step back to your downward facing dog. Walk the dog out when you get there. And then come back to stillness. You're going to drop down to your knees, your tabletop. And then you're going to lower yourselves all the way to the mat or to the earth. Okay? Take the elbows wide, stack the hands, forehead rests on the hands, wiggle those hips a little bit. And then lower the arms down by your sides. Palms will be facing down. We're going to come into locust pose. So locust and bow pose are going to work on strengthening those rhomboids. So your head is here, it's neutral. You can raise your head and chest, stay here. If you want to add the arms, you can. If you want to add your legs, you can. Coming into full locust. Keep your gaze down at the earth and keep breathing. And then exhale, release. Wiggle those hips. We're going to do that one more time. So when you're ready, lift the head and chest. You can add the arms, you can add the legs. You go where you want to go. And again, the gaze stays down at your mat. Building strength in the rhomboids now. Exhale, release. Wiggle those hips. So this last back bend that we're going to do, you can go back to locust wherever you were. If you want to go a little deeper, you can bend at your knees, flex those feet, and you can grab the inner ankles, the inner feet, whatever you want to grab onto, and then lift up. Keep breathing, keep breathing. And then release everything down. Wiggle those hips a little bit. Bring your hands back up underneath your shoulders. You're going to press into those hands, come up into tabletop, pass through tabletop, and come all the way over into a traditional child's pose. Knees wide, toes together, child's pose. Reach long with those arms. Reach, reach, reach. And then keep your legs in your child's pose. Walk both arms off to the right. Reach long with, or off to the left. Reach long with that right arm. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, walk off to the right. Reach long with that left arm. Inhale, come back to center. Take a deep breath in here. Deep breath out. Come back up to your tabletop position. And come have a seat on your bum. So we're going to do some reverse plank action, but a couple of variations. So first of all, I want you to sit with your knees bent. And I want you to have your hands back behind you. Fingertips are facing away. Your spine is nice and tall and long. Your chest is kind of sticking out a little bit. Your chin is parallel to the earth. And you're just going to sit here. Take a couple breaths. Pull the belly to the spine. Squeeze your tush too. Keep breathing, keep breathing. And then come forward, shake out your arms a little bit, shake your body out a little bit. And then come back again. Fingertips are going to be facing away from you. So you can go back to that same version that we just did, the sitting like this. That's totally fine. So we're going to do 3 different variations. So this will be variation number 2. But if you don't want to do this, go back to the previous one, which was this. The second variation is going to be reverse tabletop. So press the feet down, lift the hips up. You can keep the head up or you can keep the head back, whatever feels better for you. But you're in your reverse tabletop. Take a couple breaths. And then next exhale, slowly lower it down. Shake out those arms a little bit, shake your body out. So the third reverse plank that you can do, you can go back to either this position, position 1, position 2, or the last option is to have your legs out straight and you're on your heels, and then you're gonna press up for reverse plank. So any and all are fine, go where you want to go. And then next exhale, slowly lower down. Release those arms, shake out the elbows a little bit. Clasp the hands, roll the wrists a little bit. Just to kind of counter that. And then come back to sit center. And we'll just get into the neck a little bit, just because the neck does connect to the rhomboids as well. So right ear, right shoulder. Right hand places on the head. Left arm, low left diagonal. Release the hands. Bring your head and neck back up to vertical. Gently shake your head no. Few baby circles with the shoulders. And then left ear, left shoulder. Left hand places gently on your head. Right arm low, right diagonal. Release the hands, head and neck back up to vertical. Again, gently shake your head no. Do a few baby circles. Take your arms out to a T, cross the right arm on top, wrap the arms back, give yourself a hug so it broadens across the back again. Those shoulder blades are opening up in the back. Release the arms back out to a T, cross the left arm on top, wrap the hands back, hug yourself the opposite way, again broadening across the back of the shoulders. Release the arms back out to a T, lower down, come and lay down, lower, 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 lower. And then again, go ahead and cactus those arms just like we did at the beginning. So backs of the hands are laying down, your arms are in a goalpost or cactus arms. Fold the knees into the chest, drop both knees off to the left and still try to keep that right arm and shoulder down. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, both knees off to the right, trying to keep that left arm and shoulder down. Inhale, back to center. Take the arms out to a T, palms facing up, legs stretch up to the sky. And just take a couple breaths here. Bend your knees one at a time into your chest. Wrap those arms around those knees, lift your head, lift your shoulders, squeeze into a ball, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Then exhale, lower down, lower the feet down, stretch those legs long, and settle into your Shavasana. To stay in Shavasana a bit longer, please do so. If you need to get going about your day, start to deepen your breath. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Bend knees up. Slowly roll off to one side. Pause there. And now when you're ready, make yourselves back to a comfortable seated position. Keep the eyes closed. Bring your hands to your heart center. Thank you everyone for practicing with me here today. I greatly appreciate all your love and all your support. And remember that baby steps do count. They're still moving you forward. And all those baby steps add up to a huge giant step, moving you forward, making progress. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. and may your minds be at ease. Together we bow and say, Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have a great Tuesday and a good start to your week. Hugs and love from me and Maggie to all of you. Bye, guys. Good.